and welcome here to Papyrus Motorsports Park for the 5th installment of the Craftsman Cup Series. Let's just hope that this season's race will be more exciting than last season's race. We'll probably go through it then as the race goes on. But before we look at the two starting rows, here's the championship points and the rookies as we go into this round. Res Bacol, now the championship leader, has an 8-point advantage over Seth Cole, and defending champion Danny Wells, who won at Atlanta, moves up into 3rd. Cody Lambers, they're still doing strong now, up in 4th, and Sama Ozkan is in the top 5. Jamie Smith still hanging up in there in the top 10. He's sitting 6th. Polteets fell down a couple of spots after the DNF that he had. Chris Summers in 8th. Christian Martin makes a first-time appearance in 9th. And also Michael Norman. What a season he's having so far in the number 5 team there. He was pretty much for the majority of the season of last season. And there he is now sitting in the top 10, so doing great. And in the rookie points, you couldn't get as close as that. Liam Ervik, who's been leading us since the first race, is now tied with Brent Wintergreen, who's a point ahead of Buxton, who's a point ahead of Mitchell, who's a point ahead of Colin Jones and Alex Rowe, and Carson Green only 2 points back. So there's only 5 points separating the rookies in that category. Anyway, looking then at the first 2 rows, and it's a driver that needs a great result. The 7, Fruit of the Loom livery this time for Brandon Tedisco, starts on the pole, and Sam Ozkan now in the top 5, hopefully to get his 2nd ever win in the CCS. And the row behind him is Brandon Ross, who sits last in the championship. He needs a great run here today. Maybe this is the race that will probably turn his season about. And next to him, Jack Mitchell, who's been getting improving race by race by race. So let's get these cars moving. And there's all 42 drivers then, all looking good so far. Here's the starting grid. That's the 42 car grid. Accidentally again now, just for purposes there, Jessica Shelton, she started the back of the pack because there was an incident that was involved here in qualifying. She scraped the wall and her car disappeared. She was going to start 33rd, I believe, but ended up having to take a backup car, so that's why she starts 42nd. Anyway, it's showtime at Papyrus in the CCS. Good start from Tedisco. It'll be interesting to see what Jessica Shelton can do starting from last on the row here. Just listen to these 42 drivers when they go by this camera angle right here. The only right-hander coming up. That's the sound of all 42 drivers then going round this only right-hander corner. It was always a problem last season. Let's hope it's... Oh, Sanford scraped the wall. I think someone else may have scraped the wall too. I think we're all pretty good though. Yeah, I think we are. Yeah, I think we are all okay. Yes, all 42 drivers in are okay. And looks like in the meantime then, it is the 7 of Brandon Tedisco is going to lead this first lap. Or is he? Because Brandon Ross has got a good run on him. Going towards the last corner, may slip out of the toe and then goes to the inside. But is he going to lead the first lap? I don't think so. No, he won't. So Brandon Tedisco leads the first lap, and that is 5 precious points for the driver that comes into this, I believe, 41st place. And the guy 42nd is sitting 1 and 2. But here comes Ozkan, recovering from his bad start. There he goes, then tries to take second place away from the 21. And there is Jack Mitchell in the 42, still qualified 4th, sitting in 4th. Lovely camera angle again now, as again Trent Dunham, followed by Nathan Hudson. Daniel Voiles then ahead of the 97 of Ospina, who nearly clips the wall. Just seeing any drivers further back through the pack if they are all okay. Just look at this tremendous gaggle of cars here. Led this time by the 99 here, and we're going to go 4 wide here. Yep, indeed we are. That's Andy McCrory in the 8 on the bottom, the 07 of Brent Wintergreen in the middle, as well as... Well, they've made it to 3 wide now, so I can't remember who was it there. And there's Cody Lammers, who started on the back row. There he is. He came across the line last time in 39th. He's not going to be 39th now. As well as Jessica Shelton. There she is in the 17. As Carson Gunn pulls out and then tries to block 2 lanes there on RJ Bishop. Cody came across the line in 37th place. So 41st to 37th now for Cody. For the man who sits 4th in the championship. There's Kyle Matthews battling with Noah Cars. And this racetrack is absolutely wide here. It's just so wide. Every corner is really a perfect place to overtake it. It really is. Oh, more cars are scraping the wall. Well, it looks like, wow, okay. I think James Qualls may have scraped it. Yeah. So he's got some driver's side damage then for James Qualls, who his last win was at a road course back at Old Spice. So not good then for the 24 team there, as Joshua Collard is going to lose. Looks like it was a ton of spots there. And now Austin Plant pulls low. And the 19 of Dylan Potte's trying to get a run off him as Colin Jones pulls out and makes a pass on Daniel Voiles. That will be for 8th place. Meanwhile, we're 3 wide for the lead, and Sama Ozkan has taken the lead now away from Brand Disco. Ross was in 2nd, but still sits in 2nd now. And Wes McCall into 3rd, and I think Tedisco is going to lose even more ground now. Yeah, he's lost 4th place to Nathan Hudson. Now, I think that was the 97 of Diego Ospina. Yeah, that is. And then you've got the 42 of Jack Mitchell. Now you've got 8th place Colin Jones. 9th is the 38 of Daniel Voiles. And in 10th place is the 49 of Austin Plant. So, look at the amount of cars here. Look at all of them. Jesse Turner and, the 18 has fallen down by the order. Look. Yeah, so the 18, we did see him work his way up through the field. As Zachary Fitzwater's putting quite a hefty block on someone. That's Noah Cars in the 44 and the 2 of Dylan Young, who started on the pole last season. Dylan Young passing his teammate on the inside. That will be Christian Martin. And there is the Net Zero car. That's the championship leader. There he is. Wes McCall started 31st. Currently sits 27th. So slow progress then for the championship leader. And a couple of cars behind was the guy who won this race a season ago, Seth Cole. There he is, sitting in the 29th place, about to lose that spot to Kyle Matthews now. Single file as they all go through, as Joshua Collard attempts a pass on Michael Norman and does it so cleanly. And I think, someone's hit the wall. Someone did hit the wall. That's Danny Wells. Danny Wells has hit the wall. And that's really actually stacked up a few, hasn't it, there? As you see Matt McLean in the middle. I'm just looking to see through every car if they all get through it perfectly. There's Ali Rain. She's down in last place. There she is then, strangling at the back of the field, this Ali, but it's still very early days. We're only on lap 5 out of 32. Pretty much making their first stint on fuel. They're probably down to about half distance on their fuel, so they'll probably make 2 pit stops here, as Ozkan still leads that lap, followed by Ross in 2nd, Hudson in 3rd, Dunham in 4th, Tedesco still in 5th, then it is 6th place Ospina, 7th is Jack Mitchell, 8th is Colin Jones, 9th is Daniel Walls, and Austin Frank still completes the top 10. Charlie Buxton in 11th, 12th is Dylan Pulte, and Joshua Collard in 13th, 14th is the 5 of Michael Norman, followed by Levi McIntyre, Charles Sanfer, who has got some damage because he did scrape the wall on the opening lap. There you can see it, slight damage, about to lose another spot in the process, and he scrapes it again. This time, more. Oh, and that's the championship leader, Wes McCall. Must have hit the wall extremely hard. Oh, I think he might be okay, but I think the one that was badly affected is the 22 of Matt McIntyre. I think he may have done. Yeah, so the 22 of Matt McIntyre has smacked the barrier off the only right-hand turn, and he's lost a spot to Chris Summers and potentially to the 41 of Seth Cole. Amazed to see Seth Cole back here since he won that race last year. I mean, let's actually talk about last season's race, because it was an absolutely epic race for the win between Sama Ozkan and the now departed Nico Ketchum when he drove the 16 car, and Sama was driving the 31 machine. They were going into the last corner because the caution had come out because Noah Hart was driving like an idiot the whole entire race. He brought out 2 cautions, and they were racing back to the caution flag, and also it turned out to be for the win. And coming into the last corner, Sam Ozkan had such a run on Nico Ketchum. I'm just going to keep an eye out on the 22 here because he might lose some more spots here. No, he's okay. Perfectly. Oh, more scraping. Oh, and around goes Jessica Shelton. Jessica Shelton, she may have had some help, but it's not brought out the caution flag. No, it's not. So we stay green, and Jessica Shelton has had a problem here on lap number 7 out of 32. So problems then for Jessica. And she started last, and now she is unfortunately back in last place there. So I don't know what on earth happened to her. We will have a look at a replay, maybe towards the end or so like that, depending if a caution comes out, which so far we haven't. But yeah, getting back to the story then with Seth Cole, who won this race a season ago, as he tries to make a pass on the zero of the championship leader. There's the 2 of them there, sitting 1st and 2nd in the championship. So yeah, back again. Sam Ozkan was driving the 31 car, trying to go for the lead on Nico Ketchum, going into the last corner. He gets into the quarter panel of the 16 of Ketchum, which the 2 of them had lost momentum, and then Seth Cole got a heck of a run and passed the both of them to take the caution flag, and it was actually the win in the process too. And then also behind the 41, while it all kicked off, where is he now? Where is he? Where is he? What about is he? I'm trying to find where he is. There he is, Jamie Smith there. He got turned as well by the then 41 driver of Jesse Turner, and then had an almighty couple of nasty accidents. I think Jamie's quite glad to see the 10 of Jesse Turner not around him. Anyway, as I say, Gunther and Christian Martin are going side by side, going into the first corner. And there's the 29 of Fitzwater also making a pass. Right, anyway, meanwhile, back out front here, and look at this kerfuffle of cars here. That was hard for me to see. Look at them all. They're going to go 3 wide then into the right-hander. Oh, Charlie Buxton and Daniel Voiles nearly making contact, and down on the outside now goes Ospina. And he's going to... Oh, Colin Jones, he's another one to hit the wall. And that's going to allow Austin Plant and Alex Rowe to catch up to these drivers now too. Let's have a look. Voiles on the outside. We've got 3 wide for 2 rows of 3 wide. And meanwhile, the leaders are backing away from it all. And look at Colin Jones. He's going to try and go 4 wide nearly. Let's ride with Joshua Collard as he sees all the madness inside of it. Oh, but look at him. Gets a run on Alex Rowe. Yeah, he's just not got the draft, though. He's not got the help. It's in that first corner. Absolutely Harry flatters through that first corner. And it's a little lift going into turn 2 here. There we go, there's the little lift. Ospina's actually really fallen down the order. We didn't see him about up in 6th place. He's definitely outside the top 10 now. And now we're going into, like I said, the only right-hander on the circuit. Sam Oscar still leads. Looks like that's Trent Dunham up into 2nd now. Brandon Ross down to 3rd. Joshua taking a high wide and nearly hits the wall. And it's just been passed by Austin Plant. Oh, right behind there, you've got Carson Green. Carson Green in the 15, and now it looks like Michael Norman has lost a spot to the run of the 9 of Danny Wells. And I think we're going to have some cars actually pitting. I did see possibly about lap 10, lap 11. It's a 32-lap race, so in the a load of drivers in the all come then. So some drivers stayed out. Trent Dunham, Nathan Hudson, Dylan Pulte, Fitzwater also stays out, and so too does Ospina. Nick Gunther and Wintergreen, they also stay out, so too does Kyle Matthews. So all of the drivers that were leading up front are now into the pits. And they'll probably put on some 4 fresh tyres on. But we've gone 10 laps without a caution. And obviously we still need to see what happened to the 17 of Jessica Shelton off of the right-handed corner. Just trying to see where she's out. Sky Commons is out. Yeah, they're all coming out now, aren't they? Oh, Seth Cole and Chris Summers touch on the on pit lane. In comes Shelton now. There she is. Trying to sort out her damage there. And Carson Gums had a bit of a slow stop. And Matt McIntyre is stuck. Out goes Matt McLean in the 31. So who basically... Oh, that's some good stuff here there. And Grant Tedesco's lost a lot of ground too on that pit stop. And nearly get a little wiggle off of that. So it looks like Sam Oskin led coming out of the pit lane. And now we're going to see Wes McCall. Sorry, not Wes McCall. That's Trent Dunham. Trent Dunham's going to come into the pits. Indeed he does. So too does Hudson and Pulte and Ospina, Fitzwater, Wintergreen and Shelton drives out nearly into Dylan Pulte. So the other drivers then that stayed out for another lap, they are in. Oh, meanwhile, Brandon Ross has passed Sama Oskin. So Sama Oskin now, he will be leading when the other drivers that will come out of the pits. And now Jack Mitchell has shown some muscle in the 42. He's going to try and drive it around the outside. And then behind both of them, both Oskin and Mitchell, is the 2 Robert Yates teammates of Levi McIntyre and Daniel Voiles. So they've had some great pit stops as Levi tries to go make it 3 wide. Also good stop as well from the 89 of Charlie Buxton. Out goes Matthews, out goes Gunther, out goes Wintergreen. Now, where is the other 3? There they all are. There's Dunham, followed by Pulte and the 6 of Nathan Hudson. Here comes Brandon Ross. He's got ahead of 1, and the leaders are going to be side by side here. Look at this. Yeah, literally nowhere to go for Brandon Ross then if he wanted to make a pass. Pulte passes Dunham. Ross on the bottom of the track, but he's got 1 lap worn of tyres than the likes of the 19 and the 1. And Levi McIntyre has gone up into 3rd place now. So this is provisionally now for the race lead. Pulte inherits it, followed by Brandon Ross, Levi McIntyre in 3rd, Trent Dunham in 4th. 5th place now goes to the 38 of Daniel Voiles. 6th place is Charlie Buxton. 7th is Sam Oskin. 8th place is Jack Mitchell. And then you've got the 2 Roush Racing teammates, 9th and 10th. And look at this tremendous gaggle of cars right here. Look at this racing. Led by Austin Plant, who's sitting in 11th place. There's the pole sitter in amongst it all. Christian Martin, and there's the championship leader in it too. But look at this racing here. Oh, Colin Jones is going to lose a lot of spots. Noah Cars is going to lose a lot of spots. Look at this absolute madness of cars. And you've got the 2 DAI drivers in there too. And there's Jamie Smith in the 4, sitting 6th in the driver's standings. Oh wow, look at Brent Wintergreen. He's going to make it 3 wide into the right-hand corner. So too is his teammate Zachary Fitzwater. There he is, right behind the 07. Sky Commons just gently kisses the wall. Now Seth Cole's got himself involved in this battle. Oh, and now into this tight corner. I mean, I don't know why he says it's tight. It's very wide open. Well, it's not wide open, but it's incredibly banky. But tremendous racing then, all for 11th place, I believe this is. So Smith and Fitzwater battling, Seth Cole passing Noah Cars. And right behind them all is the 66 now of Colin Jones, who started 8th and he's fallen down the order. So I don't know if the damage on the left side is actually affecting him. It doesn't look it though. You can't see any damage though. Colin's sitting now in 23rd spot. And I've also just noticed too the 18 as Seth Cole runs very wide. Who started, there's the 18. Behind him is his teammate, Nick Gunther. And Cody Lamberson now sitting in 26th place and is challenging to go 3 wide on Seth Cole. And Seth says, no, you don't. He's actually got some left side damage. I'm trying to figure out if he was the one that maybe got into, I think Colin Jones may have hit the wall too. Yeah, but he's got some right side damage on his car. Was he the one that maybe collected into Shelton? I'm not too sure, right? Anyway, it's a tremendous snake of cars here, which is still led by Austin LaPlante, who leads this giant snake of cars. Still running in the 11th place, but Christian Martin has a run on him and pulls out. That's going to allow Carson Green to... Well, no, actually, he just doesn't make the pass there at all. So, again, LaPlante still holds on to 11th place. Meanwhile, there's the 3 Roush Racing drivers there. Seemingly to fall away from this lead pack of cars as Brandon Ross is now back into the lead. We've got Levi McIntyre, in the 2nd spot. Dylan Pulte now down to 3rd. And Charlie Buxton, there he is there, Charlie Buxton in 4th. Behind him is the 38. Oh, someone has hit the wall really hard. That might have been Trent Dunham. Trent Dunham has hit the wall quite hard. And he's going to lose some momentum. And Ospina goes on the inside. Although Dunham just really drives it deep, like really hangs it. Actually got one hell of a run. Look at him. Ospina was side by side with him. He's like nearly 15 car lengths ahead. Let's have a look further back then through the field there. Looks like this is all settled out now to be in a single file. There's some close racing there between Chris Summers and RJ Bishop. As they go through the last corner, there's Danny Wells, followed by the 5 of Michael Norman, who is sitting in the top 10. And there's Liam Ervitt, former points leader. And right behind him is Joshua Collard, who's made a terrible pit stop. He's down now in 34th place. So whatever happened to Josh's pit stop, it wasn't good, because he was in the top 15 and he's fallen all the way down to, like I said, 34th place. Then you got Dylan Young, followed by his teammate Ali Rain, then James Coles, and there's Jesse Turner. No real improvement here from Jesse. So problems there has somewhat arisen. And then you've got the last 3 cars here, led by Matt McIntyre. And then you've got the 99 of Carson Gum and Charles Sanfer. And Charles Sanfer's really fallen down. He started 7th. And he's all the way down now in 41st place. And Jessica Shelton, there she is, still running in 42nd. And in fact, she's actually close to being a full lap down. So we still got all 42 drivers then. We are on lap 16 out of 32. So just going to start the second half of the race. The top 10, as it is. It is Ross from Pulte, from Voiles, from Buxton, from Levi McIntyre, through Jack Mitchell, then Trent Dunham, then it is Diego Ospina, Sam Oskin, and Nathan Hudson. That is your top 10. Then you've got 11th place Austin LaPlante, followed by Christian Martin. Wes McCall, championship leader in 13th, followed by 14th place Anthony McCrory. 15th place then for Alex Rowe. Carson Green in 16th. Brent Wintergreen in 17th. Zachary Fitzwater 18th. 19th is Jamie Smith. And that blue car on the inside, who is that? That's the pole sitter, Brant Tedisco, down in 20th place. Then in 21st place is Colin Jones. 22nd, Sky Commons. 23rd, is it? Oh, who's that hit the wall this time? That might be Matt McIntyre. McIntyre was scraped at the wall. And Lamas went through as well as the 9 of Danny Wells. So a couple of positions lost through the 31 as Anthony McCurley has a look on the inside on Wes McCall. And Wes says, no, you don't. Now just watch the run that the 37 may have now. Yeah, he's going to pull out. Oh, he's going to pull the sharp left there. That's going to probably lose him some speed off the corner. Oh, and Carson Green nearly got shoved up to the middle there. And now Wintergreen goes through, as well as his teammate Fitzwater and Jamie Smith potentially. So we've got more racing now going on. Let's ride on board with the pole sitter, see what he sees out of his windshield. Now drivers are going to be making another pit stop within the next 3 laps or so. 3 to 4 laps now as Wintergreen loses a spot. Loses 2 spots, potentially 3 spots now. Maybe 4 spots if Tedesco gets the run off this corner. Let's just listen to this engine then when it goes through this corner here. Completely flat out there. Great racing though. Fantastic racing, and it's all been clean so far. Now but look at this tremendous gaggle of cars here. Levi McIntyre leads this pack. Then you've got the 3 Roush Racing teammates, followed by Trent Dunham. And then the other Roush Racing driver, Jessica Shelton. There she is now, a full lap down. This will be now for 6th place, my apologies, as the top 5 is pulled ahead. And Daniel Voiles now is going to show his face and go to the lead of this motor race there. Oh, Brandon doesn't hit the wall. That's okay. That's all good. Anyone else don't hit the wall? No. And now goes out to the left. Goes Hudson on Levi. Oh, Oskin may have just lost the rear going into that corner. He may have just lost it then. I thought he was going to drive into his teammate. Yeah, and he did lose some momentum because he's lost 2 spots as a result of that, because Ospina went through and so too did Dunham. So Sam Oskin then had a little bit of an issue there. Charlie Buxton all over the back of the 21 of Brandon Ross. And he's going to stay in tow. These two there, the 42 and 89, they're battling here for rookie honours in this race. Charlie's sitting in, I believe it's 4th place in the rookie standings. Jack is sitting 3rd. I think. No, 4th I think it is. And Buxton, I can't mind exactly. I really can't mind. But now we've got the 10 cars there back in position. Yep, we do. So there's the 10 drivers there now there. Well, Sam Oskin's just hanging on. I think also Christian Martin has actually made the pass on Austin Plant, and indeed he has. So Austin Plant then down to 12th, potentially 13th now as McCrory, if he can stick it on that line. Although maybe Alex Rowe will think of it something else different. There's Fitzwater just passing the slightly injured Jessica Shelton there as Tedesco nearly had some tyres on the white line. Now then, we're on to lap 20 here, so I don't know if any drivers are going to come into the pit lane. Wes McCall slightly gets held up behind the 17. Yep, I think we're going to have some pit stops. I think we are. Jamie Smith is the first one to come in, as well as Colin Jones and Seth Cole and Michael Norman, as well as James Qualls in the 24. So the first 5 drivers then making their second pit stop is in. And now Shelton tries to move out of the way from the 40 and the 44, which they do cleanly. Oh, and there's a problem on the 29. There's a problem on Zachary Fitzwater. The engine has gave up on the Ghost. And that's our first retirement of the race. And it is an engine blow up for the 29 of Zachary Fitzwater. Oh, desperately unfortunate there for the 29. The engines gave up on him. And that is him out of the race, and he's going to finish in 42nd place. You can see the engine pouring from inside the car as well, you can just notice. But that's rotten bit of luck there for the 29 bunch there. Such a shame to see. Anyway, meanwhile, we're going to go back up front here with the leaders here, which Dylan Poteet is currently leading now. And Ospina stays out. Hudson stayed out because they stayed out a lap later than the rest of the other drivers did. And in they all come. Yep, Gunther also stays out. I think that was Wintergreen too that stays out. But everyone else is in the pit lane. Everyone is in. Just looking here at Austin the Plant there. Followed by Alex Rowe. Oh, I just had a little contact from somewhere. I don't know who it was there. Joshua Collard nearly going against the pit wall. So Poteet then actually comes out safely. So too does Martin. Oh, in fact, they all come out now. Look at Wes McCall. Yeah, Wes McCall then comes out. Out comes I was going to say Carlos Green. My apologies to him. So out they all come there. It's a very tight pit road. It really is such a very tight pit lane. Joshua Collard comes out. So too does Ervig and the yep, and all that. Colin Jones also heads out. Joshua shouting there. Looks like he's. Oh, what's happened to Matthews? He's got some front end damage there. The bonnet is caved in. So he must have made some contact. And I think I just saw the culprit right here. The outside poster of Samuel Oskin. Yes. Look at the back end of his car. It's caved in. So I think something must have happened out of pit lane between the 45 of Kyle Matthews and the 16 of Samuel Oskin. And he's got to come into the pits because he probably won't see that. They'll probably have to take the bonnet off. We might have another retirement possibly. We have seen drivers then with that kind of damage come into the pits to retire, so we don't know yet. Meanwhile, Poteet has got a huge advantage over Charlie Buxton. So Poteet's going to really come out as the leader here. Out goes, well, Wintergreen comes out. The other drivers then that made the pit stops a lap later, they're all coming to the pit lane. Oh, they're coming out of it now, but Poteet has a huge lead now over Charlie Buxton. So Poteet's going to come out as the leader yet again. Yep, out goes Ospina. So, yep, and now into the lead now goes Dylan Poteet. Second place then for Diego Ospina. Third is Charlie Buxton. Then you've got Nathan Hudson, who's going to lose some more spots to the 21 and the 88 and the 42. And look, Jamie Smith's up there now. And Jamie Smith pitted a lap early than these drivers as well. So Christian Martin's also up in the mix now too. Oh, careful, Andy McCrory doesn't scrape the wall. There's McCall in the 0 and Nick Gunther. And oh, Alex Rowe has scraped the wall off of the right-hander, and he's got some driver side damage too. And look at the 18. The 18 of where's McCall? I keep saying where's McCall. I don't know why. He's in my mind. I don't know. Oh, look at this. There was nearly some 4-wide racing there. And there's McCall in the 0. No room at all for Andy McCrory. He must be really nervous there to have a car right behind him and a car right ahead of him. So we've done a full lap then with everyone making their pit stops. Let's give you a rundown of where they are at the moment there. Yes, and then there you go. Confirmed it there. There, Kyle Matthews does have his bonnet off. So problems then for the 45. I wonder if the 16 also had to make a pit stop. I don't know. But anyway, there's your leader in a huge advantage there. Look at the lead that Dylan Poteet has over the second place driver, which is Charlie Buxton, the rookie Charlie Buxton there in second place. Third is Ospina. Fourth is Brandon Ross. Fifth is Levi McIntyre. Sixth is Chad Mitchell. Jamie Smith now into the top 10. He's in 7th. Daniel Wilson 8th. 9th is Nathan Hudson. And completing the top 10 is Christian Martin. 11th is Anthony McCrory. Wes McCall sitting in 12th. Brent Wintergreen in 13th. Gunther in 14th. Sky Commons in 15th. 16th for RJ Bishop. I love this camera angle here. Then 17th is Cody Lammers. So from 41st on the grid, he's up to 17th. That's quite an effort, that, from Cody. Alex Rowe then in 18th. Carson Green in 19th. And there is the guy that's sitting in 20th, Austin the Plant. There's the pole setter down in 21st place. As RJ looks like he's got a run. on both Gunther and Commons as we start yet another lap on lap 25 out of 32. Now it's going to be interesting to see if Buxton and Ospina can catch up with the 19, because that is a huge lead that he has. Ospina should probably work with the 89 to catch up with him. Have they got time though to catch up to Pulte there? In fact, Ospina is going to have a look on the outside of Buxton for second. And then you just watch the run that Ospina gets around the outside. He might have the run off the corner too. I mean, the more time they're going to be racing, it's going to allow Brandon Ross and his pack of drivers, guys, to catch up too. And they have. They have actually caught up with them. So Brandon Ross is now in the mix again. And he's bringing Levi and Jack Mitchell and Jamie and Daniel and Nathan and Christian and Wes and Anthony. So here we go then. So the pack for second place begins again. But the hunt for the lead still goes on as Pulte has still got that advantage. Charlie Buxton is still back into second as Levi makes a look on the 21 for fourth position. Also for third as well, if he's on the outside of Ospina for this right-hander coming up. I'm actually amazed. I'm amazed that we've gone no cautions so far in this race. Hopefully I've not jinxed it, like. I really hope not. Anyway, Mitchell's had a good pass. He's up to sixth, and Levi nearly kisses the wall, but Daniel did. Daniel did hit the wall. And now Hudson goes on the outside of the 38. And he will take the position, and Daniel was really slow. Took the proper inside line, and yep, he's going to lose another spot to McCall. So that's Voiles possibly out of the top 10 now after that little hit up against the wall. Still though, Pulte with the advantage, but I feel the gap is closing. How quick are they going now? Pulte's going 204. And Buxton's going 207, so they are slowly gaining. How many laps to go have we got this time? We've got 6 laps to go. 6 laps for these drivers to catch up to Pulte. And they are catching. They are catching Pulte. The gap is shrinking. Let's see where the winner of last season is there. Oh, look at this here. Good pack of cars here. Oh, I thought LaPlante nearly getting to the back of green. And nearly kisses the wall as a result. And you can see the 37 is also falling down the order after his impact with the wall a few laps ago. Colin Jones back there too. Then you've got Liam Ervig, followed by James Qualls. He sits in 24th place for car 24. Then you've got Danny Wells behind and all. Then you've got these pack of cars here. And that's where Samer Oskin is at. So Samer Oskin, from leading the early laps of this race, has fallen down, way down. So probably the rear end of the car that's been really caved in has absolutely hurt the 16 team. So Michael Norman goes through. Jesse Turner. Where's McCall's back there? No. So Wes must have had another. He must have. Wes. Trent must have had a bad pit stop. Still no sign of the winner last season. There's Dylan Young. We haven't talked a lot about Dylan. Down there in 30th place there, so the car's not been right for this track. There's Ali Rain. Oh, and then you got this pack of cars here, led by Matt McLean, then Carson Gum. And that's where Seth Paul is. He's in this pack of cars here. Tries to go around the outside of the 44 of Noah cars, does so. Possibly. And there's Chris Summers. He's back there too. So not really a good day then for Hendrick Motorsports. Their best driver so far is the 5 of Michael Norman. Yeah, Michael Norman. He sits in 26. No, sorry, my apologies. James Qualls. Now then, RJ looking on the inside of Sky Commons as that's yet another lap completed. Nick Gunther getting closer. Brent Wintergreen fakes a move on the inside of Gunther, but Gunther's too smart to notice that there. And yes, now they've caught up with the leader, Dylan Poteet. As Brandon Ross has now took the second spot away from Buxton and now sets his sights on the leader, Poteet, and he can see him. He's right there, right ahead of him. What a drive this has been for both, like Charlie Buxton and Jack Mitchell. They've been basically up here since the very first lap, as well as Brandon Ross. It's such a tremendous drive. I think that's Christian Martin trying to go 3 wide on Ospina. Jamie Smith on the outside. Could lose 2 positions here in the process, unless if Christian Martin decides to stick his Dodge out, which he does do, but that's going to enable McCall and Voiles to get in the mix now. And the 8 of Andy McCrory is also there too. And this is all for 7th spot here, as we're on to 3 laps to go now. And Poteet has fallen down, and Charlie Buxton now leads this race. We haven't seen a rookie win a CCS race yet. Can this be the day that a rookie will go into winner's circle here? There's 2 opportunities. You've got the 89 of Charlie Buxton and Jack Mitchell. So Buxton leads, Ross second, Poteet down to 3rd, Jack Mitchell in 4th. Then Levi McIntyre sits in 5th, Nathan Hudson in 6th, Ospina 7th, Jamie Smith in 8th, and Daniel Voiles has climbed back into the top 10. They've got some more lap traffic to come back in now with the 45 of the bonnetless Kyle Matthews. As Poteet dives for 2nd spot on Ross and gets the 2nd position. But now Charlie Buxton, did he get held up behind the 45? He may have done. Poteet goes back through. 2 laps to go this time. Look at Jack Mitchell in the 42. He's going to take advantage of it and goes up into 2nd place. And Levi McIntyre may go into 3rd. So now we've got rookies sitting 2nd and 3rd place. Poteet runs a little wide out of that corner. Oh, this is going to be this potentially could be a full finish here as Buxton dives low into the right-hander on Jack Mitchell, but slides back up in front of Levi McIntyre. Does a bit of a slide job on the 88, but the 88 might look low. Oh, God, Brandon Ross is all over the back of the UPS Ford, as they're going to get the white flag next time by. Hopefully the fuel's going to be okay. Kyle Matthews then driving his car around the outside. Wes McCall might get held up behind the 45. And indeed he does, and that's going to allow Christian Martin to go through, and the 8 of Anthony McCrory. So the championship leader then stuck behind the lap car of the 45 of Kyle Matthews. Will that enable the 11 to catch up as well as the 07? But anyway, the leaders are going on then to the last lap. The white flag is out. 1 more lap to go. It's a Dodge. 1, 2, 3. As we're hitting the last lap now, Buxton back into 2nd place. Mitchell down to 3rd. Levi McIntyre has a look on the inside. He wants to take that 3rd place away from Mitchell, but can't do it. Brandon Ross, then Ospina, then Nathan Hudson is back there too. Then Jamie Smith and Daniel Voiles and Christian Martin. That's your top 10. Oh, this is going to be oh so close there. And Seth Cole has now got a problem. Seth Cole was really falling down to 39th place. Not unless if he made a pit stop, I'm not too sure. But anyway, we've got a couple of more corners to go, and Poteet's lead is spreading. It's going up. They've only got 1 more corner to go for Poteet to hold on. He's already tasted victory by winning the Bud Shootout. Can he go into victory lane yet again? Oh, but look at Levi McIntyre. McIntyre is trying to get 3rd place away from Jack Mitchell, and he might do so, but I don't know where Brandon Ross is going to go. Who can he help with? But coming off then out of the last corner, I think it's too big of a gap for Charlie Buxton to catch up and make a pass on the start-finish line. He tries to go low, but it's too little too late. Poteet wins round 5 of Papyrus. And Levi McIntyre did cross the line in 3rd place. He did pass Jack Mitchell on the last corner. Wow, what a finish that was there, ladies and gentlemen. A full race without a caution. The first time that's happened since Texas last season. And we're going to be going to that track in a couple of weeks' time. But next week, we've got to go to another road circuit in Road America. Looking forward to racing on that one, the 4-mile circuit. That's going to be quite an epic race there. But what a job there from all the drivers there. Again, commiserations too, though, to Zachary Fitzwater for his engine giving up on him. And other drivers as well getting involved. There's the skid marks there, unfortunately, from Jessica Shelton. Shame not to see her try and work her way up through the front like Cody Lamas certainly did. But there's your winner of Papyrus, Dylan Poteet, in the number 19 Evernham Motorsports Dodge. And like I says, it's actually back-to-back wins too for that team, because Danny Wells tasted victory a week ago in Atlanta. So good going there for that team. Anyways, as the cars then tour off into the pit lane, we're going to end this race. Thank you for watching. Here's the official results. Give this race a like. If you want to be involved in the CCS, there's a Discord link as well down below in the description. We'll see you again then, round 6 at Road America.